How's it going, everyone? I just wanted to give an update video on the X Pro X15 dirt bike and the X Pro Bolt four-wheeler, 110 cc's. Here they are. Everything's been great for the most part. Dealing with X Pro has been great. They sent me some parts for some things that wasn't even their fault, which the handlebar broke from when the quad was flipped. And they sent me that for free. I was having issues with the carburetor. They sent me the carburetor for free, which is cool and all. I haven't messed with the carburetor really. The choke acts weird on both of these. I don't really have to choke them. I just start it up, let it warm up, and then ride it. They're both great. The kids love them. Now, I will say this about the dirt bike. The shifter is really hard to shift. It really is hard. And for a kid, it's probably not the best choice. I would probably get an automatic version, which is the X11. But what I do, I just put it in third or fourth gear, and it's a semi-automatic, so you can stop and go. You just, when you turn off the bike, you got to put it back down in neutral to be able to kick it over. But I mean, that's great. The dirt bike's been great. I'm really happy with it. But when it comes to the four-wheeler, for the money, I wouldn't recommend the four-wheeler. I do recommend the dirt bike, but the four-wheeler, there's just some things about it that are just not good. The suspension is crazy stiff in the rear and then extremely soft in the front. Doesn't really make sense. You know, I can easily push that down, but the back, you really got to push on it. It's really stiff. Like I said, X Pro's been great with sending me parts and stuff, but you know, this was like that when I got it. This doesn't fit well here. You know, I might as well take it off and keep it off. But one thing I want to show you guys that I think is it's a deal breaker for me, why I don't think this is a good choice. So if you look at these heads on the engine, you know, it's die-cast aluminum. Now, if you look right here on the dirt bike, there's this little spot for airflow. If you look closely, I mean, it really does nothing. Now, I was a little worried on the four-wheeler. I'm gonna lift this up. Look at that. There's a hole. And if you look at it, you can tell. Let's try to get a good angle here. You can tell that that's a manufacturer's issue. That has nothing to do with what I did or what I've done. That is from the die-cast aluminum not molding correctly. Now, I said something to X Pro about this, and they said there's nothing they can do, and that hole there is for airflow. And that it's supposed to be like that, which, I don't know. You guys leave comments and let me know. Do you think it's supposed to be like that? Because I don't. And when I contacted them, I didn't ride the quad, or I didn't let the kids ride the quad for a few days because, you know, I was scared to ride it. I was like, there's a hole in my engine. But, you know, other than that, it runs great. So, you know how I was having that issue riding it out here where it wouldn't go, like, it would sound like it was sputtering? Well, that ended up being that CDI box. So they come with two CDI boxes. One is horizontal and then one is vertical. The vertical one that plugs in vertically this restricts the four-wheeler at 15 miles per hour. So that's why it was sputtering. It had nothing to do with the carb or anything. I swapped those out, and this thing's really fast. I mean, it's dangerously fast. The reason why I say it's dangerously fast is because once you're moving anything above 25 miles an hour, you make the slightest turn on this thing, and it's shooting you the other way on the trail. You hit a bump on the right side, man, it shoots you over. It's even watching the kids ride it, you know, it does that. So I'm gonna say this: these are good beginner bikes to just put your kids on them You know, it's got the remote control where you can shut it off. You can adjust the throttle. You can adjust the speed with the CDI box. And most children are going to fit on this pretty well. You know, for them to just putt around and get used to a four-wheeler, you know, it might be a good investment for you. But for long-term, I don't recommend it. For first four-wheeler, I would recommend it because it's cheap. You know, you don't want to invest $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, dollars on a four-wheeler for your kid just to find out it's not something they're into, you know. So for the purpose we use it for, Colton rides the four-wheeler, and he doesn't really ride it hard. He just putts around. Now Cash's dirt bike. When he gets on that four-wheeler, he drives the hell out of that thing. You know, he'll be doing donuts in the yard and stuff. And, you know, I don't really let him ride it much anymore because I'm scared the way he rides it, he's going to end up breaking it. You know, because it's not made that well. But the dirt bike I recommend, you know. I take that dirt bike out, I ride it around, and it holds me pretty well. And it's pretty fast, you know. Even with me on it, it'll spin the tires going through the gears. I do recommend the dirt bike. I think it's a good buy, and you know, it recommends it, it resembles a CRF 110. Like the plastics are pretty similar, so I get graphics for it. You know, I can upgrade stuff for it. I think the dirt bike's going to be here to stay, but the four-wheeler will probably need an upgrade soon. You know, we'll probably upgrade to a Yamaha or a Suzuki or a Honda. You know, the main brands rather than these Chinese brands. But other than that, you know, they've been great. Haven't had any other issues. Like I said, X-Pro sent me a new lever. They sent me another carburetor for this thing, which is cool. But I just wanted to show that spot so everyone's aware. You know, I don't think it's that big of an issue. We're still gonna ride it. We're to the point where it's about that time to do the first or the second oil change. And yeah, so here it is, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I do recommend both of them. It's just for the purpose you're going to use them for. You know, I would think longer on it before making any decisions. But for both of these shipped to my door off Amazon, I paid $1,800. And you know, for the money and the machine you get for the money, I think it's a pretty good deal. Now, there's a few things I did leave out. So one being, I went to go start changing the oil, and this cap, you're supposed to turn that, and it just broke off. So I'm gonna have fun taking that off, and then I'll probably get some glue in here or do something, or find another bolt or something for that, so I'm able to do an oil change. So there's that. The hand levers on both of these are cheap. They're super cheap. The throttle on this, it has this, you hear that pop? It has this weird, now right there it's fine, but when you push it forward, now it's not doing it. I don't know. There's something janky going on with that. I did add a light. It's not wired up yet. I need a rectifier for it. But I actually had it on a battery one night and strapped the battery right here and went around in the yard with it, which was cool. The four-wheeler, there was another thing on the four-wheeler I wanted to show. I'm not sure if this was always like that, but that broke. So yeah, there's the overview, part 2 review of the four-wheeler and the dirt bike. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I usually reply to all the comments. And if you like the video, like and subscribe. And there should be more videos of these to come. Thanks for watching.